One of my biggest problems with laser engraving is when it comes to unique shaped items like hairbrushes, knives, jewelry. They have really unique shapes, and getting a pattern to fit those shapes is an absolute nightmare. Well, if I'm struggling with it, it means you guys are too, and I've decided to do a video showing you exactly how to get perfect patterns onto any shaped item. Stick around because we're going to get straight to it. So we're going to start a new project. In this case, I'm going to be demonstrating on the xTool F2 standard. However, this process is exactly the same for any of the xTool lasers that has got a camera. Now you can see it's taken a picture of our knife in place, and it is held fairly centrally by my jig. I've chosen this shape because it is a unique shape. There are lots of curves, there are cutouts, so we need to be really fine and precise with what we're doing, and I thought it would be a good example. The first thing I am going to do is I am going to change the material to, I think in this case, I'm just going to use a standard xTool material, which is black anodized aluminium. It'll be similar, it'll work in the same way. Now, the way we want to start this off is we want to be using the vector pen tool, which you can see on the left over here. It's in the vector shapes, and then that, just select P on the keyboard. What you need to determine up front is what part of the object you want to actually engrave. I only want to engrave the actual black anodized part of this knife. I don't care about the edged blade, and I also want to cut out around these cutouts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off on the point of the knife, and we're going to left click, and you'll see we get a straight line. Now we're dealing with curves on this. I chose that specifically to give you a working example, but what it worked, you can either individually select with the left mouse button and it will produce lines, or you can actually select a second point and left click and hold the left mouse button and pull it away, and you'll see you are then able to produce a curve of different angles and different refinements. I'm going to try and mimic the edge of this. We don't have to get it perfect, just close, and there you go. So you'll see now it's trying to automatically put a curve on next. I don't want that. The only way I know to stop it doing that is to right click, select done, and then double click on the line again to go back into it. Then it will allow you to continue drawing the line if you select that point on the end, which we're about to do. So now what I'm going to do is zoom in, and I'm just going to try and get this next part as close as possible, doing the same technique, and I'm going to left click, drag, get it like that. Sometimes in this case, I actually want the curve feature to continue. So I am going to just allow it. I'm going to roughly click where I think it needs to go. Then it's straight again. You can see it's tried to produce a nice arc. So I'm then going to select this point here, drag it again until it looks like it mimics. This doesn't have to be exact. Remember, we're really zoomed in here, so it's going to look like it's really extreme, when in reality, it's not that extreme. So we're going to click, drag again, mimic that surface. We're going to do the same here. And as you can see, it tries to guess roughly what it thinks you actually want to achieve. And it's pretty good, to be honest with you. There we go. We're going to do it again until we're happy with what we've got. And now if we zoom out, you can see we're mimicking that edge really, really nicely. And what I will say is the more effort you put in at this stage, the better your outcome will be. So once again, left click, drag. So I'm going to just repeat this now until I get to this point here. So there you go. We've got to the handle. What I want to do now is trace around the outside of that handle. So I'm going to do the same method. By clicking that and then clicking the point at the end here, and there you go. We have just done our outline. One thing you can do is select engrave at this point, and you can get a rough idea of if you've got it right. And we do, in this case, have a nice outline. If you want to be extra safe, because the next thing I'm going to show you is at this point, before we do any design work, we're going to frame our design to make sure it actually sits where we want it to. And it probably will be a little bit off because the camera is not directly down, which means it might be off the edge. So let's go and take a look. So you can see the outline once again. We'll slightly offset it now just to get it to fit perfectly in there. It was pretty good on the outline, but what I like to do, just to be extra safe, is I'll select my shape, and I am going to change it red now just so you can see it a bit better. I'll select my shape, and then up here you will see the offset tool. So I am going to offset it inwards just a little bit so I can be certain that it will be within the knife area. I don't want to mark the surface underneath. So click that offset button, select inner, and then unselect external. And in this case, I think we could do something like 0.1, maybe 0.2 just to be safe. There you go. Click confirm. You'll have two shapes now. You'll have your existing one and your old one. I'm going to select the old one and I will delete it. It's not perfect, but it's good enough, guys. So there you go. What we're going to do now is click the frame button and we are going to see if it is in a good enough position. As you can see, we are happy with that one. This one's a bit low, so I'm just going to use the keyboard to adjust it manually. Perfect. So now that we're happy with those, I'm going to select all of them and then group them together. I've never actually tried this before with extra cutouts within the lines. It might be that this won't work, but we'll find out. So I'm using Creative Fabrica, as you can see right here. This is a subscription-based website. I pay for it myself because I really like it. But the good thing about it is you can find really great SVG images. In this case, I am going to put Japanese SVG, maybe Japanese pattern SVG. You'll see I did have one open there, but you can see it brings up lots of options. I like this pack here. There's different options. So I'm going to click the download button. And there will be a link in the description if you want to check this out yourself. It is an affiliate link. It does help support the channel. We do appreciate it. Now that we've got those design files, we're going to click import. I think number 8 is the one I want. I love these triangles. So I'm going to get them to a size where they're going to look good. So this is the point now where you need to think about how you want your shape to actually fit onto your item. So I've got small sections of this knife. So it would be nice if it could have full triangles within it. And that's pretty close. So this is going to be a complex shape. This could fail, but I am going to try it for you guys right here. I will change it blue. So we're going to copy and paste. And the beauty of these files is you can just join them up like that. Once you've joined them up, copy and paste again. I am then going to stack them up on top of each other so they fill out the whole of our knife. And you'll see why in a second. So let's do it again. One more time, hopefully is the last time. And there you go. So now we've done all that, what we need to just do is make sure, and I'm just going to select, because it's a blue layer, I can select it all. We're going to group it first, and we're going to select group. So we've done that. And now we can adjust it to where we think it's going to look nice. I mean, it would probably be nice to have a point or a triangle near the point like that. Obviously, you're never going to get this perfect, but you want it to look somewhat cool, okay? So that might be good. Let's have a look here. There are triangles within that area as well. I'm quite happy with that. And then I just saw there's a bit down here that doesn't have anything. So let me move it. It might be, just to speed this up, I'm just going to drag this up a little bit so that they are a little bit bigger. But at least then it should all fit in place. There we go. So we have our shape joined together in place. Now this is where the magic happens. Before I do this, I have to say this was taught to me on one of my recent lives by all of you guys who were in the live helping me out. So thank you in advance. I'm just sharing the knowledge you guys taught me here. I'm not claiming to have invented this because I definitely didn't. But now that I know it, I thought you guys need to know it too because it's so good. So let's just select. So what we need to do then, we've got our pattern. That is joined together, very important. Underneath that, we have our other design. So we need to first select engrave for that shape. So you can see it there. And this next bit's really critical, and this is where I've been going wrong for a long time. You need to make sure the pattern that you want needs to be at the top of your design. So the way to ensure that is to right-click anywhere on it, go to Arrange, and select Bring to Front. That is critical. It won't work otherwise. So now we've done that, this is the part now where we're going to subtract. So drag a box around absolutely everything. The top here, you are going to see a combine drop-down. In there, there is the subtract. Select it, and there you have it. Look at that. It did work. Even the cutouts. It has kept our shape, but it has cut around the outline of the knife. Let's frame it, and let's see how it looks. It's quite hard to see, but it looks absolutely perfect. We're going to give that one a go. So we're happy with that. And one point to note, just for transparency, I have just changed the material to black-coated aluminium alloy. Have a look for that in your material settings because it does have an IR reference material. So this is a black anodized material. There's no harm in putting the power to 100% here. This is the F2. Like I said, it will work on other machines. You'll have to adjust your settings, but it's pretty good. I will also just decrease the speed to like 1750. I know it's going to work, so I'm happy with that. Now we've got our material. We're going to click that process button. We're going to open it up. You can see our outline there. It will give us our estimated time, which is 16 seconds. That is quick. I'll be interested to see how it looks. And it's going to go in that position. If this doesn't look good, I'm going to run multiple passes. Let's check it out and let's see how we get on. So there you have it. We have our finished knife. You can see those triangles looking really clear. It has followed the contours of the knife exactly as we designed it, but this could be used on any kind of shape using the exact same technique on any of the F series machines. You don't necessarily even need a camera, it's just a bit more manual. So what have we learned today? We now know how to make these really unique engravings onto any shape that we want and how to do it seamlessly. We're going to use that vector pen tool going forward. A little bit of practice goes a long way. I recommend just give it a go, keep trying until you get good at it, but hopefully you can take what you've learned and put it into your daily mechanisms. Also, thank you to our members who do join as L3D members. You are the guys that allow me to keep on making these videos and to keep pushing forward. If you would like to join as an L3D member and help support me as well, please do that below. And also, if any of these machines behind you appeal to you, we have affiliate links that allow you to support the channel in that way. Hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Thank you for watching, and until the next one.